Let me ask you a question. How many of you watching me right now are applying for a student visa to the United Kingdom? How many of you are planning to go on a holiday to England? How many of you want to move to the UK or get a job in the UK? I'm sure many of you have been sold a dream of a cushy life in England. Well, today let me break it to you. Your dream life in the United Kingdom will be a nightmare. Because as I have said before on the show, the United Kingdom is quickly becoming the worst place to live. Look at this headline. Leeds is England's shoplifting capital. Imagine that. So prevalent is shoplifting in the United Kingdom that one particular city has earned this tag. Crime data shows that more shoplifters visited Leeds city centre than anywhere else in England and Wales last year. More than 2,100 crimes have been recorded in Leeds. The city has seen an 83% rise in these crimes. Shoplifting has become so common that shop owners are used to thieves hobnobbing with shoppers. Authorities say shops are getting robbed left, right and centre. Security guards are chasing down thieves armed with stolen goods daily. Mind you, similar scenes are being recorded in Cardiff too. For all the students watching me right now, Leeds and Cardiff may be on your list as destinations to pursue higher studies. After all, they're hotspots for students. Their beaches, scenic architecture, weather, nightlife, universities may attract you. You may think spending a year in the UK backpacking or learning new skills is a rite of passage. Well, now you know, chances are you are going to be mugged on this passage. But this shoplifting menace is just part of a very big and grim picture. You see, life in the UK is not a romantic movie anymore, decorated with stunning castles and historical universities. Life in the UK is currently a horror film riddled with multiple crises. A recession, food shortages, crippling cost of living, a failing government healthcare system. All these crises have spiraled out of control and Rishi Sunak's government is drowning in a sea of trouble. Meanwhile, the UK's private sector is enduring its most rapid rate of job cuts since the global financial crisis. Basically, companies are firing people left, right, centre. This is what data from S&P has shown. It says the nation could be sliding towards a recession. Still hoping to travel to London for that dream job? I would think again. Let's talk about food shortages now. A few months back, basic amenities became luxuries in the United Kingdom. Major supermarket chains had to put a cap on how many tomatoes and cucumbers you could buy. Why? Because they couldn't keep up with the demand. Unusual weather and Brexit were blamed for Britain's salad crisis. Let's talk about healthcare now. NHS, or National Health Service, it's a source of pride for the United Kingdom. The nation's publicly funded healthcare system. Well, guess what? Patients in England are waiting up to 2.5 years for diagnostic tests. I'm not talking about surgeries here, but simple tests, an ultrasound, an MRI, a CT scan. And yes, these tests are life-saving, as we all know. But imagine having to wait for more than 2 years for a CT scan. It gets worse. Who can forget about the ongoing strikes? UK's health professionals have taken to the streets to demand better pay, and the healthcare system has collapsed. The never-ending NHS strikes have forced hospitals to cancel more than 1 million appointments. Imagine that. Junior doctors are walking out. Consultants are cancelling appointments. Nurses are on strike. So who will tend to the patients? Would you be comfortable with your child living in the United Kingdom under such circumstances? Do you trust that he or she will be tended to in a medical emergency? I started this story by talking about shoplifting. I end this story with another statistic about Britain's shoplifting crisis. Guess what? So crippling is the cost of living crisis in the United Kingdom that 1 in 10 young adults has admitted to stealing items from supermarkets. And no, they're not shoplifting designer goods. They say they're trying to survive, to make ends meet. Some are stealing milk and cheese. Others are stealing children's medication. Are these anecdotes of a beautiful life? So I have said it once and I say it again, the UK is fast becoming one of the worst places to live. But it's definitely the best place to live for shoplifters. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.